Well, of course, I just started. You stopped dancing.
On point. Banana bread. All right, so today we are gonna do my mother's. What, to this camera?
Yeah.
Sorry, Chance.
It's okay.
No.
We're all adults.
No, it's not okay. Okay, so always this.
We went through this last time too.
Okay, so today we are gonna make my mother's banana bread. It's a very simple recipe. You just need 3 very ripe bananas, which they're already kind of falling off the peel. And then all the rest of the ingredients, it's sugar, a stick of butter, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 2 cups flour, a vanilla bean, half a teaspoon salt, and the 3 ripe bananas. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, the oven's already on, set to 350, so it could be ready when we're finished. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cream the butter with the sugar. I'm gonna take 1 stick of butter, put it in there. Always good to use unsalted butter because you're adding salt and it's easier to keep track of the salt that way. Alright, so I have these, they're in half a stick things, which I don't know who bought these in the family, but I like it better when it's just the whole stick. And then a cup of sugar. And we're gonna start to cream this. So just gonna let that go. Then I'm gonna take the dry ingredients and put them through my sifter. I pointed this out, very good purchase. I think it's like $12. That's awesome. So, half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of flour. And then you just take it and enjoy this part. Because living in Miami, this is the closest thing we're gonna get to snow. That's it. So that looks good. I'm gonna add the 2 eggs and then I'll let it mix a little bit with the eggs. I'm gonna whisk them up a little bit, just roughly. Got that, gonna mix that a little bit. Gotta knock some chunks of butter in here, so we're gonna get it all. Apparatus. This recipe is great because if you have bananas and your kids didn't eat them and they're kind of just sitting out there and you got 3 of them, you know, just take the bananas. This recipe applies to making muffins or the loaf which we're making. These are kind of large bananas. They're very ripe, they're already fallen. So I don't think I'm gonna use, Chance, what do you think? Not the all of them, right?
They were quite large.
They're really big.
The middle one's quite large.
They're all about the same. I know people's minds go in the gutter when they start talking about stuff like this. So I'm gonna these bananas because they're really on the biggest. Gonna use 2.5. You want to get like all the peel stuff off of them. You don't want that. Yeah, and then just with a fork, just mash them up. The last thing after mashing these up is gonna be the vanilla bean. I like to use vanilla bean in mostly everything that I bake. Except sometimes when it's certain recipes my mom did, you know, with vanilla extract. I kind of stick to the tradition, but today it's vanilla bean. And that's it, just a rough mash. It doesn't, because it's gonna get mixed in there. So we're gonna add this. And now, I'm gonna take the vanilla bean and then just slice it open. Then we're gonna add, mix it a little. Just get it like slightly incorporated. And then I'm gonna add the flour, the salt, and the baking soda. Start slowly. And I would say that's about it. Done. See how easy that was? Now I just gotta get it in the pan, which I already buttered the pan. Got my pan right here. Just getting it in the pan, into the oven. It's gonna go in the oven at 350 for 18 to 22 minutes. Definitely not the kind of thing you wanna like overcook, because then you got dried out banana bread, which is terrible. So I suggest you don't like start doing something else around the house while you're doing this, because it does bake pretty quick. And that's it. There we go. It's gonna go in the oven. 350, 18 to 22 minutes. Set the timer. 22. Start. Put the light on. Ready to go. Gotta take the banana bread out. D.Wood banana bread coming at you. Oh. Perfection. Look at that. Amazing. The wood works. Okay, so today I am going to make Irish brown bread. It's really very healthy. It's made with whole wheat flour. It's made with low-fat buttermilk, and that's kind of about it. You got baking powder, baking soda, salt, a little bit of sugar if you want. I put actually less than the recipe calls for, and then a little vegetable oil or melted butter. And it's only 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, so it's really very healthy. I don't eat a lot of bread, but if I'm gonna, I eat this. Actually, growing up in Dorchester, Mass, we had the Green Hill Irish Bakery down the street from my house, and they make Irish brown bread amazingly. I don't make it that good. It is good, but it's not that good. I miss them guys. So anytime I go back to Boston, one of my friends or I go to the bakery myself and grab a couple loaves, and even on tour we put it in the freezer and eat it for the next few weeks. So they're amazing. Green Hills Irish Bakery in Dorchester, Mass. If you're ever there, check it out. But this is my Irish brown bread. So first we're gonna start off with 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And none of this stuff really needs to be sifted. It's more of a rustic type bread. It's not supposed to be meant to be like light and fluffy bread or anything. It's kind of rustic. And then 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 2 teaspoons of salt. 2 teaspoons of sugar. That's what I use. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, but for me, I don't want it sweet or anything, so That's what I do. And then we're gonna add the flour. We need 4 cups of whole wheat flour. This is whole grain flour, so 4 cups. Keep the flour out because you're gonna wanna put some on your surface here when you knead the dough. And then we're gonna add a cup and a half of low-fat buttermilk. You could dig in with your hands if you wanted to, but it's kind of messy, so I like to take a metal spoon and get it going and then kind of incorporate it. You could also use your mixer. It's not really necessary. So I just kind of like to incorporate it with the metal spoon. And kind of also to see if I need more buttermilk. It's too dry, but it's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna scrape the spoon off. And then I'm gonna put what I got here on the counter. And then you're gonna wanna get it all incorporated and start to knead it. Which my mom taught me how to do this. With any kind of dough, she was making like pie crust. She did make a good chicken pot pie. But she was more of a baker than a cook. So we just want to get this all incorporated. And then it's gonna go right on that sheet pan and right into the oven. Got my oven set for 400 degrees. It's ready to go. Okay, we're getting towards the end here. And you can kind of make this any shape you want. I just kind of keep it very rustic looking. Like as I'm getting towards the end, I kind of shape it out. You just kind of want to make it look like, I don't know what kind of shape you would call this. Could be a turd. Turd shape. I don't really know what else to do. Let's get this into turd shape, and I mean, to me that's about it. Goes right on the pan, and I did spray the pan, and then I like to take one of my kitchen knives and just give it a little slice. That's Irish brown bread, and it's gonna go in the oven for, what's the time, man? Approximately 40 minutes. That sounds a bit long, but I'll watch it towards the end. I'll set it for 40 and watch it towards the end. You don't want it to dry out or overcook it. It's gonna be just kind of all a lump of crust. So, wanna make sure it's done. It's probably gonna take less than 40 minutes. Bread is ready. I'm gonna take it out the oven. See how it looks. Looks great. Fantastic. Irish brown bread.